you are listening to.
The WrestleGaming Podcast.
The WrestleGaming Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It is Friday night, and we are back. Had an unexpected week off last week, but it's all good because we're here. We're alive and kicking. We're ready to talk some wrestling. We got some good stuff. We got some bad stuff. Everything in between. But But if you don't know, I am your host, Chris Matthews, and he's your other host, the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossman. Carl, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Glad to be back. I think it was probably my fault that we didn't record last week.
I
I had a job at
fully
9 o'clock.
intended on doing the podcast last week, and like by the time I got home from work, I was just too damn tired. So.
Yeah. I went to work and then I got off at like 4:30, 5, and then turned around and I left back out at 7:30 to be in Virginia at 8.
Jeez. Oh, man. That's lame.
Yeah. Got to work on a fried chicken case, like display case. The heater didn't work, so I had to fix that my first time working on one.
Jesus. Oh man, that does not sound fun at all.
It wasn't too bad. The hardest part was just like taking it apart, like it was like mostly glass, like taking it apart to flip it over, and then once we flip it over, it was just basically wiring. Like you just had to run a little wire all the way across it for the heating element.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get things rolling this week. I apologize. There's no slideshow or anything like that, so you're just gonna have to continue to look at our handsome faces for the next however long we're on here for. Well, let's get it rolling with the random album entrance. Well, there's a graphic there, but for fuck's sake, the random album was Black Sunday by Cypress Hill.
And if you want to, if you're listening along, just Google it. It'll pop up a picture for you.
Oh man, I still have this CD.
Okay.
And this is the first time I haven't listened to this album in years. I forgot. Such a good album. Cypress Hill is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'll kick us off here. I went with When the Shit Goes Down.
You son of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't want to pick Insane in the Membrane. Insane in the Brain. And
You don't pick it?
I really like When the Shit Goes Down.
I gotcha.
When the shit goes down.
Since you're gonna go with that, I'm gonna go with I Ain't Going Out Like That.
That was a good one too. That was my second pick.
Yeah. And it'd be good for a wrestling. It's like, I ain't going out like that. Like, you might beat me, but
I ain't going out like that. I'm gonna beat you with this chair after the match. That's how I'm going out. Awesome stuff. So, there we go. Black Sunday by Cypress Hill. What we got for next week?
Next week, we have Sorry for Party Rocking, LMFAO. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I know at least one song. I might know more than two.
Every day I'm shuffling. I think that's on that album. And Sexy and I Know It.
Yeah, 16 I Know It, and Sorry,
Sorry for
Party
Party
Rock I
Rocking.
Am Come, and then Sorry for Party Rocking. I don't know anything. I
16.
didn't have the album. I just know the songs.
That's the only songs I've heard. So be interesting. Listen to that whole album. When Xavier was little, it's probably
He
like
used to do
maybe
the Wiggle Man.
yeah. He loved LMFAO. Like he would literally like we would put on. He had to been like 4 or 5. So we would put on like he'd have us when they're watching like YouTube videos while they're cleaning and listening to music and stuff while we're cleaning up everything. So we would put on like one of the LMFAO songs, like we put on Sexy and I Know It. And he started doing the wiggle man. He's just sitting there with his arms behind his hands behind his head. He's going wiggle, 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 wiggle. It's crack me up
great.
every time he does it. But now he won't do it.
I used to do that too. I used to do like the little Rick Rude thing and the Bob Venus thing and the I'm Too Sexy. Remember that song? I'm too sexy for my
Yeah.
shirt. So sexy, yeah.
It hurts.
Used to do like the Rick Rude hip roll with it.
Right said Fred. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so there we go. LMFAO. Sorry for Party Rocking for next week. And that's going to bring us over into the instant replay. Oh, it's not fading in and out. I forgot to hit the button. Okay. All right. I guess we'll just kick it off with more of a somber note this week. We've actually lost 2 WWE Hall of Famers, a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, 2 legends, icons in their respected areas. Also a pretty big TV star too, with Malcolm Jamal Warner, who's unfortunately the first one to kick off the set of 3, which actually turned into 4 because then we lost Chuck Mangione. So, which all I know who Chuck Mangione is because of King of the Hill. But
yeah,
I guess Ozzy. You kick it off here with Ozzy Osbourne. Just did that amazing charity concert like a couple weeks ago, and then we wake up Tuesday morning to hear that Ozzy had passed away.
Yeah,
definitely someone that's influenced many musicians, bands, artists, just people in general, with both his solo work and his work with Black Sabbath, and entertained us too, either through his music or cameos in movies like Little Nicky or stuff like that. The Osbournes reality show. A big loss for the music community, but his legacy will forever be there, etched in the I guess the jukebox of time. Put it that way. So.
Yeah, he's one of those artists that it's like one of those people that a lot of people know but don't know they know because it's like it's all over the place, but because of his name they don't really want to associate with it, but then it's like they end up knowing the song and they're like, oh, that's Ozzy Osbourne, or oh, that's Black Sabbath, and it's like, yeah, Crazy Train, that's Ozzy Osbourne. Iron Man, that's Black Sabbath.
It's pretty rough for a week there, but I think after that concert, I think we kind of knew that we were going to lose Ozzy soon anyway.
Yeah, even before the concert, I believe, like it was kind of announced that he had Parkinson's, and they had mentioned that he had some cancers that had came back, and had a lot going on.
But he went out on his own terms, and that, I mean, you got the choice to do it, and he wanted that one last show, and he did it, and ended up raising $192 million for charity. So, like, it's freaking amazing, that man. I don't care what he's done in his past life. He owned up to all his mistakes and decisions that he made and atoned for everything. Ozzy's a legend. Like, will always be a legend. So. But someone that is a legend who kind of didn't really atone for his past mistakes, but you really cannot be professional wrestling fans and not talk about his legacy and his impact, and the way that he changed the world of professional wrestling. That's Hulk Hogan. I mean, we wouldn't have what we have now as far as how mainstream professional wrestling is, and how far etched it is into pop culture history if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. He literally helped drive that change in, the early 80s into the 90s, and then drove that change again, or helped with that change again in the late 90s, by turning heel and becoming Hollywood Hogan. So, like, you're looking at two different eras here with the New Gen era and all that, the golden era of wrestling, so to say, and then looking into the Attitude Era. Like, did a lot for professional wrestling.
Yeah, he did a lot for professional wrestling. Growing up, man, that was my favorite wrestler, and was everybody's. As a little kid, when I think back to being, 4 or 5, the yellow foam finger, I think that's like pretty much who made that famous. The yellow bandana. I had Hulk Hogan underwear, Hulk Hogan pajamas. Watched a bunch of lame ass movies, just because he was in it,
Suburban Commando was not lame.
And yeah, man, like, I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that I found out like later in life, but for my childhood, man, it was pretty cool. Like, I
think
I was a fan of the NWO. I was a fan of the stuff he did with The Rock. I like the Hogan's Knows Best reality show. That's like one of the few reality shows I used to watch. And then it's just like, he had a couple tapes come out and had, a lot of huge interviews with people talking about some of the fucked up shit he's done. And it's one of the things where, everybody makes mistakes, and not everybody's ever going to be like a 100% angel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sad he died. I mean, I'm not.
Too, it's you make the mistakes, but it's how you deal with the aftermath. And I mean, I saw a tweet that kind of put it best, and it said, the kid in me is, grief stricken that, my childhood hero has passed away, but the adult in me is glad that he's gone.
I don't know about glad that he's gone. Like, I wouldn't want to see anybody die or anything like that. But
no, and
he froze up on me.
It's not the right thing to do, and it's not the right. It's not morally right. Because it just doesn't affect that person. It affects that person's family, and that's like the biggest thing. So, but like, we wouldn't be here talking about professional wrestling every week if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. Like, in all honesty, that's what got me. Well, Hogan's what got me into watching wrestling. Like, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, I probably wouldn't have stuck with professional wrestling. So, and it's just that because Hogan's like, it's like a gateway drug, right? So like Hogan was like my marijuana for professional wrestling, and then I moved on to the harder stuff like Macho Man and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
So, but it's one of those things. But we send out nothing but good vibes to the families of Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who had a pretty big cultural impact as well with the Cosby Show.
Yeah, that's another shocker because I was just like, I was kind of like everybody's big brother. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just kind of grew up watching that family. He was probably, besides Bill Cosby, was like one of the more popular people on the show. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, but nothing but good vibes to all their families, friends, fans like us. So it was a tough week. Tough week with all that. So. But, Death, you took the wrong orange guy. So, you took the wrong one. So, oh, awesome stuff. All right, let's get into some of the stuff that we missed last week. We've got Saturday night's main event, Evolution 2, Great American Bash, All In, and this past week was Slammiversary. So last Friday night, Slammiversary. So
a lot of really good wrestling.
Yeah, there was. I unfortunately did not get to watch everything. I think the only thing I really watched was Evolution. I was in Charlotte that weekend, visiting some family. And yeah, so I did watch Evolution Sunday. Just was not able to get caught up on everything else. I just see a lot of clips, a lot of TikTok clips. And I will say, I was right when I said that Arena was going to go ape shit when Hangman won that title. And they did.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. It was this, so we'll talk about that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view was perfect, man. It kind of made you feel like if you're an AEW fan, it kind of made you feel like, WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like you had everything you wanted in a pay-per-view. And, we finally got done with the Death Riders bullshit.
Yep.
So.
A lot of returns that pay-per-view too.
Yeah.
We saw the Gun Club return, or the Bang Bang Gang. Both Austin and Colton and Juice Robinson made the returns. I gotta tell you, Juice Robinson looks weird as hell without a beard. Like
he does.
Like,
I didn't know who it was.
So, bring back the beard.
I'm like, who the fuck is that?
We can't do it, man. Yeah, MJF ended up winning that battle royal, so he's got himself a future title shot. Which I'm not sure. I don't know. I wish they would have went a different direction with it. But I think it's going to play into the whole thing with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a feeling that MJF's going to get his title match, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if Bobby Lashley prevents him from winning that title.
Yeah.
Because he keeps making digs at Lashley, like during a lot of promos and stuff that they're doing together. So,
yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Athena wins the Women's Casino Battle Royal. So super excited about that one. So,
what everybody wanted. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll get Athena versus Toni Storm down the road here. Psyched for that. Because Toni Storm retained over Mercedes Moné, which I'm surprised at that one.
Did you watch the match? The match was fucking crazy. It was good.
That was.
Oh, I TikToks on that one too.
Yeah. Oh, Toni got herself a mouthful.
But do you see the post show too?
Yeah.
Which is like I like to thank Mercedes Moné for keeping her lips clean.
So, Oh man, the pay-per-view was good. From what I've seen, like the clips that I've seen, from what I've read, a lot of and that's
Edge came out
Edge
to
return.
save Christian. Yeah.
Told Christian to go find himself. So I think eventually we're gonna get a Edge and Christian reunion against FTR. No, so I'm sure we'll get a beat down at some point with FTR and Edge, and Christian will come make the save.
Yeah.
But a lot of good stuff because FTR was involved in that beatdown with on Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was yeah. So we'll definitely get something with them. Darby Allin returned during the main event. We saw Bryan Danielson get involved as well. It's all helping Hangman win that title. Swerve.
That was the big shocker.
Yeah.
I
knew Darby was going to come back. So I just didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to be during the Battle Royal. But
yeah. That's one of the things, like I said, they had just about everything you wanted out of a pay-per-view, man. It was pretty much their best pay-per-view and since they've been a company, I would say. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably been like pay-per-views with like better matches and stuff like that. Like we'd have to break down like each card. But just as far as like what it meant overall, they had a sold out arena. You had the highlight of the highlights of like a few of the story arcs coming towards the end. So it was pretty good. It was like a good finale or a good opener. I don't know what it technically is in there. I would say it's like their go home show. So
that's what it seems like for All In does seem like, because All In was the main show that led to the formation of AEW.
Yeah, that was the one that Cody and the Young Bucks and all them started.
So I would pin that as like their WrestleMania type event. So
yeah.
So we go into that, all that stuff. Like AEW's pay-per-views have been pretty spot on.
Yeah,
I'd probably say like at least the last 6 months. Like I haven't really heard of anyone complaining about an AEW pay-per-view being bad.
Yeah. They've gotten better with this. I mean, they've gotten better with the storytelling for sure.
Yeah,
and that's what everybody was gripping about. And it's like, okay, now you got stories.
So I think they're finally starting to find their groove when it comes to a lot of the story stuff. But,
yeah.
I just wish the Death Riders thing wasn't as long as it was, because things kind of got like shuffled away from it, I guess, or shuffled up.
To me, it was kind of stupid from the beginning, and then it was like watching it unfold. It just got worse and worse every week to the point where it kind of made you sick of, or not even want to watch it really. Which is kind of the same thing they've been doing with Cena and WWE. It's like it kind of makes me not want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the big things with that too, once Hangman got that belt out of the briefcase, one of the cool things, they left Danielson's nameplate on there. So when Mox won the title, it just went right into that briefcase, and they never changed the nameplate or anything on it. So I thought that was a cool little detail that they included on that.
In there. Awesome. I thought it would be like a new belt or something. Like
that's what I was thinking too. Awesome stuff there. All right. NXT's Great American Bash. I saw quite a few clips from this. Looked pretty good.
It was good. Trying to remember like if there's anything crazy.
The biggest thing was Blake Monroe turning on Jordan Grace.
That was Evolution.
Oh, that was Evolution. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Because they won the match.
They were They were a tag team in that, and they won.
That's right.
But yeah, it was a good. I mean, it wasn't nothing like right home about, but it was a good solid afternoon pay-per-views. Get your afternoon going.
Yep.
Uh,
We saw Ethan Page retain over Ricky Saints. Then on NXT this week, he debuted a new look to the North American Championship. So it's got the Canadian flag as the strap now.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, he proclaimed
Yeah.
himself the greatest North American to hold the title.
Yeah.
A lot of awesome stuff there. Like you said, not really anything like too huge on that one. Saturday night's main event though. I just might as well just get into it. Goldberg and Gunther. The biggest thing with this is like the match was decent. Like I'm not gonna say it was terrible.
Yeah.
Was it the greatest match in the world? No.
I think it's probably the best match you could get out of fucking however old Disney is Goldberg.
Yeah. And honestly, I think you're spot on with that one. But the biggest thing is like Goldberg's on the podcast, not even 2 days later, 2 or 3 days later, complaining about how like it should have been on a PLE. It's not, I wouldn't have chosen that to go out on, blah, blah, blah. Like, they didn't have to do shit for you to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, and this is how you're going to act about it? Like,
yeah.
And they even held off and did it in Atlanta for you so you could have your final match in your hometown.
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, some of that stuff I just don't understand. It's like, you're not the Undertaker. You're not Ric Flair. You're not Hulk Hogan, even though I don't think I was Hulk Hogan's last match, but you're not going to get like a Rock Hogan or Shawn Michaels Ric Flair or AJ Styles Undertaker. And you're not going to get that out of Goldberg. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that caliber of a wrestler to be able to have one of those like triumphant matches. I think Gunther did about the best that you could do with him. I mean, it could be a lot worse. They could have given him Cena, and he could have got beat by a fucking lame ass John Cena with no fucking movesets going on, and they both just looked at each other up stupid in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't understand. And then he's talking about getting his speech cut off like 20 seconds into it, like trying to blame WWE's production for that. Like, no, dude, it was on NBC. NBC goes to the exact minute. So if it's 10 o'clock, guess what? Your show's done and they're moving into their next program. There's no overrun unless it's freaking like NFL or, baseball game or something like that. And that's not, like nobody really wanted to hear what you had to say anyway. But I did like the fact that they brought in like the old security guards, the WCW security guard that used to knock on his door. I was honestly surprised he was still alive. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but had him. Ernest the Cat Miller walked out with him. Yeah. DDP was in the ring with him, so there's quite a few people in there. So that I was happy to see. Like, could care less about Goldberg. I was marking out for Ernest the Cat Miller.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like, as a show in general, it wasn't nothing. Like, it was probably like the worst show of the weekend out of all the shows.
Yeah.
They had some really good matches on there, though. The Seth Rollins LA Knight match I thought was gonna be really good until Seth Rollins got hurt.
Yeah, blew his knee.
And that kind of.
And he's gonna be out for God knows how long. So it sucks. Of course, Becky retained over Bailey and Lyra.
That was that on Evolution?
Oh shit! Yeah.
That was on Evolution. Yeah,
Well, I'm getting them
that
mixed up
was
here.
that was like a match of the year candidate right there, dude. That's probably one of the best triple threats I've seen in a long while.
And that's high praise coming from you because you are not a fan of Lyra.
Or I'm not a huge fan of Becky Lynch, to be honest.
Yeah. So that's huge praise.
Yeah, yeah. The Evolution, man. That was
Might as well
It's
just
one
talk
of those
about
things
Evolution
where
because I keep getting mixed up with everything else. So,
yeah, that was one of those pay-per-views where it's like you didn't know you wanted it, but then when you got it, like you're like, oh shit, like this is fucking better than
yeah,
Saturday Night Main Event.
I
Yeah, for sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed this event. All the women involved in this pay-per-view showed up and showed out. Like
Yeah,
they really showed that, hey, we deserve this. This is what we're
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
The freaking fatal 4-way tag match I thought was very well done. Like
Mhm,
all 8 of those women put in work.
mhm.
Freaking Sol Ruka, I get Sol Ruka's just fucking amazing. Like there's
Mhm.
like she's gonna once she hits that main roster, she's definitely going like superstardom. Oh, the battle royal was actually pretty
Was
good
good.
too.
That
So
was
enjoyed
yeah,
that. Even Tiffany and Trish was a good match.
yeah. Trish
Like,
brought it, dude.
she
Like
did.
Trish,
Like I
like
had no
I wish
complaints about this
John,
match at all.
I wish John Cena would fucking put as much effort into
As Trish.
wrestling as Trish Stratus. Because I remember when Trish, that was a big complaint about Trish was like, oh, she's not a wrestler, she's just a diva.
Yeah,
But um, when she's coming back for these matches, like she's coming back like ready to go, and
absolutely. And honestly,
like that was another.
I think that was probably her last match too. I think she said something about that being one of her, if not her, one of, or if not
Yeah,
the last match.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to go out on a high note, that was definitely like a high note to go
Yeah,
off on.
because you think about in the last year, like year to 2 years, that Trisha's kind of come back when she was doing that longer stretch when she first came back. She pretty much was involved in matches that she's never been in before. Like she was
Yeah,
never in a cage match. She was never in a ladder match. She was never in an elimination chamber match.
yeah,
So I think she was pretty much just marking off stuff on a bucket list for this.
yeah.
And then, being on Evolution um, against Tiffany Stratton, like just great
Yeah.
matchup.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it for her too. It's like she faced a lot of criticism, and some of
Yeah,
it rightfully so. Because I mean, she did get the praise and the TV time and stuff versus your Gail Kims and your Mickey James and your Molly Hollies that
yep,
were capable of wrestling. Um, but she did, or to be fair, being a hot blonde, like she put in the work, uh, got better as a wrestler. You know,
yep, absolutely. Uh, yeah, we talked a little bit, mentioned JC Jane and Jordan Grace. JC Jane taking a lot of flack lately. A lot of people do not like JC Jane for some reason. I thought this match was pretty good. Of course, you saw Blake Monroe turn on Jordan Grace, costing her the title. So yeah, that was good. We had Stephanie Becker win the Evolution Battle Royal, eliminating Lash Legend, who Lash Legend was on fire during that Battle Royal. Like she
hmm
definitely showed that she belongs in a better position on whatever show she's on because she absolutely killed it. And then the biggest surprise of the night, which I definitely wasn't expecting that, Naomi cashing in and winning the Women's World Championship. Taking off Io. That's not see that coming at all. Like,
Yeah, especially because
props.
she got fucked up in the street fight.
Yeah. Yeah. That street fight was awesome too. Oh, whew. Those two beat the shit out of each other. I honestly, I didn't think Jade was going to win that. Like, I really thought it was going to be Naomi.
Yeah, I think the reason they did that is because it makes sense if you're gonna put the title on Naomi, kind of give you
Yeah.
a low before you give her the high, and then that way you're not expecting it because they're not even associating her with winning. Um, so it made it more, uh, excited when she came out. But yeah, I was excited, and before she interrupted, like that was another match that was like. Good Lord, it was like a
Oh
really
yeah.
good match. And then it just like her coming out, cashing in was like icing or cherry, whatever you want to call it, on top of the cake.
It was just freaking awesome. Big props to Naomi. Like, honestly, I think we are seeing the best work out of Naomi since she did that heel turn.
Yeah, because it's one of those things like we said it about a lot of people. Like you only can take certain things like so far, and the whole glow thing was, she took it about as far as she could go with it.
Yeah.
So it's time to reinvent herself, and I like this a lot better than some of her more recent work, and kind of see her kind of return to glory, because I remember back in the day when you'd consider her as like one of the top people on the roster, but she kind of got lost in the shuffle the last 2 or 3 years until she went to TNA, kind of got her groove back.
Well, even
But
when she came back from TNA, she was kind of. We got that nice return for her in the Rumble, and then she got put in a couple programs, and she kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. And then we got the program with her and Jade and Bianca, and I think that's the big thing. Like I said, once she turned heel, it was like over. Like she's been killing it since. And we were singing those praises, especially those promos she was doing, building up to that first match with her and Jade, and it's freaking awesome.
yeah,
I mean, we were singing her praises for her work in TNA. So,
yeah.
I mean, Naomi's awesome. But yeah, I was really expecting her to cash in on Tiffany and setting up more with her and Jade, since Jade has won the Queen of the Ring. She's got that match at SummerSlam for the title. So it's kind of interesting. Especially since we're, 2 weeks away from SummerSlam?
Yeah, I was expecting her to cash it in on SummerSlam. I thought maybe like she would cash it in when Jade was about to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or
Kind of
after
take
Jade
it,
wins.
or after Jade wins. Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, I'm down for it. It'd be interesting to see, or maybe Jade tries to renegotiate her Queen of the Ring and be like, well, you said versus champion. You didn't say like which one.
I think they said it was their brand champion.
I mean, I know that, but
Yeah.
East WWE and they've made
Well, I mean, technically,
ways for anything.
honestly, if you want to get technical about it, Naomi's still on the SmackDown brand. She's still a SmackDown roster
Yeah,
talent. So that argument can be made, like that she is technically still part of the SmackDown brand. So
yeah,
I could still challenge her for the title at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam. So, I mean, but I don't know. We'll see where we go from there. But just great pay-per-view. Like the whole thing. It's a pretty awesome week for wrestling there.
is Bianca technically Raw or is she SmackDown?
She is, I think she's SmackDown.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's SmackDown.
I didn't know if that
Or
was
the
like somewhere they went with it.
yeah. What else we got? Yeah. So we had Slammiversary last Friday, um, which looked like a pretty solid event as well. I wish I was able to watch this because there's some really good matches on here.
I was
Um,
working.
yeah, lots of good stuff. We saw the Elegance brand defeat the Inspiration, so they retained the TNA Knockouts Championship. The Hometown Man defeated Eric Young in a singles match. The Rope Breakers, which was the just got a leg cramp. Hurt like a motherfucker. Oh, still hurts. Okay. Rope Breakers, which we saw the debut of Enzo Amore, aka Real One, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop. They defeated the team of Steve Macklin, Jake Something, and Mance Warner. Jesus, I can't read. Okay. So Enzo came out and cut his typical Enzo promo.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of highlights from Zilla. Zilla was freaking killing it.
Yeah.
All three of those matches were on the pre-show. Mustafa Ali defeated Cedric Alexander. Matt Cardona, who was looking for some partners to take on Dark Side, he approached a lot of people, including the System. The System eventually agreed, and they defeated Dark State in an 8-man tag match. Those Myers, Edwards, and JDC. Andy Hartwell defeated Tessa Blanchard in a singles match. JC Jane defeated Masha Slamovich and is now the TNA and NXT Women's Champions, which I did not see that one happening either. I thought they would, with Trick winning the NXT title, they would have thrown TNA a one-up on that and let Masha get the NXT title. But apparently not. Leon Slater defeated Moose in the X Division match, so he's the new X Division champion. The Hardys are the new TNA World Tag Team Champions as they defeated the Nemeths, the Rascals, and First Class in a ladder match. And Trick Williams retained the TNA World Championship against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana.
Yeah. From what I hear, we're supposed to be getting Hardy's Deadlies one more time.
Yeah, Dudley's came out. Bubba came out at the end of that match, and Bound for Glory be the Hardys and the Dudleys one last time. So,
We only get Agent Christian. We only get Agent Christian to show up.
A lot of people bitching about that match now. Really, we can't get like one final match between the Hardys and the Dudleys. Like
people just want something to bitch about.
Yeah, like the Hardys are still capable of putting on good matches. We know Bubba Ray can put on some good matches still. Devon says he'd be ready to go by then, so let's do it. Why can't we? That is if we even get Devon. It might be Spike. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't. Or maybe it's like Big Dick Dudley or somebody. But yeah, man, people just find something to bitch about.
Nothing new.
I saw people hating because they had so many NXT people there, and it's like, dude, like
that. See, this is my thing. Like, they have a working partnership with WWE, with NXT for this. People talking about how AEW's been getting TNA's been getting the short end of the stick with this whole partnership. They literally sold out that arena with over 7,000 people in there. That's like the highest gate that TNA's had in a long ass time. And it was because of the help from the NXT partnership. And you can't tell me, like, you had Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble. You had Joe Hendry at WrestleMania. He's been featured prominently in other portions of NXT up until he lost the title to Trick. So you can't tell me that NXT is the only one that's benefiting, or WWE is the only one that's benefiting from this, when some of this talent that's on TNA is getting exposure to a larger audience, with them, popping up on Impact, or not Impact, but on NXT. It's freaking ridiculous. So I don't get it. And then even freaking, is it next week? Yeah, next week we're getting freaking Santino versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship. So
yeah,
people just want to bitch about stuff. Shut up. It's wrestling. Have fun with it. God. All right. I think that's yeah, that's pretty much all I had for instant replay. Was just.
Do you want to talk about Jelly Roll, his wrestling debut coming at SummerSlam?
I'm gonna give him some props on this, because Jelly Roll 1 has lost a shit ton of weight. He's lost 200 pounds. He looks a hell of a lot better. 2, he moved to Orlando and has been at the Performance Center every day, training and getting ready for this tag match with Orton. Like, he even said, like, freaking Undertaker was there one day. Him and Michelle McCool were there while he was training, and Undertaker was giving him pointers and stuff. So, like, he's putting in the work. So I am kind of curious to see the results of that work that he's putting in. So
I don't want to see
it. I just want to see if he's going to live up to the standards now that have been set for celebrity wrestlers. So
I mean, if he can be a mediocre rapper and a mediocre country singer, I guess being a mediocre wrestler, he could add to his mediocreness.
I mean, it's a good thing we've got other guys in that match like Orton, McIntyre, Logan Paul that can help carry it. So just makes me wonder who's going to take the pinfall from Jelly Roll.
No, I don't know, but I tell you one thing, 100% certain that if fucking Logan Paul takes like a Canadian destroyer from Jelly Roll, like he'll definitely be like the most athletic wrestler, and we should just go ahead and let him win the WWE title.
Yeah. Oh man, and like people bitching about this again. Everybody's bitching about something. How they're pushing, putting Jelly Roll in this major thing with those 3 guys, and and that
That's
leads
me.
to
That's me, people.
Yeah. And that leads into the argument of Logan Paul getting pushed as a main eventer when he's not. I was like, do you know how many people Logan Paul brings into the show? Like,
He does. He's a main eventer. Like I mean, I don't agree with a lot of his politics and some of the stuff he's done in the past, but
no, absolutely not.
He brings, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's brought, every match he's had has been good. Like, he hasn't had any, like, terrible matches.
Yep.
He's getting a little bit better on the mic. I'm trying to find his angle,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's brought it every time he's been involved. I have no problem with Logan Paul.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they put one of the world titles on him within the next like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, he puts in the work, so that's.
Nobody bitched about like Diamond Dallas Page. He was an older guy, got into wrestling. Like, he was a manager for a while, but older guy started wrestling, got a push. And
Yep.
the rest is history.
Pretty much. I don't know where the complaint. Well, I mean, with him being older, so because he didn't start wrestling until he was in his 30s, then didn't really
Yeah, he
hit
was.
it until like in his
Yeah,
40s.
yeah. I mean, he was older, and then he started wrestling, and he was kind of like a mid card guy in WCW, and got pushed to the top because of a
Yep.
couple. Well, basically because of the NWO stuff,
Yeah.
and he was like the WCW guy, and
Yeah.
he was kind of like the badass WCW guy.
When he made his comments on Hogan's passing, he said that Hogan was one of the guys that helped get him to the top of WCW.
Yeah.
That's because you were white, DDP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hogan's helped a few people. He's hurt a lot of people. Yeah.
He helped Virgil stay employed, so I mean,
Yeah.
can't be that bad. Awesome. All right. Well, that's all I had for instant replay. Trying to get caught up on some stuff for the last couple of weeks here. I don't think there's really too much. Oh, gauntlet match the Monday after Saturday night's main event and stuff. CM Punk picking up the win on that and getting himself a title shot against Gunther.
Hopefully he takes it off now. So I'd like to do that.
I'm hoping so too. And I hope he keeps.
I really want to see like CM Punk. I mean, Seth Rollins kind of hurt now, but Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, some of these guys, we need to get them back in the main event. Stop wasting stuff on John Cena and Goldberg and all that bullshit.
Yeah. I'd like him to put that title on Punk, and I think he should hold it till Rollins comes back, and then Rollins can make a Rollins' big return could be him cashing in on Punk.
Yeah.
So that would be like the perfect way to bring him back.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But on that note, hop over to the Elite Figure of the Week, which of course is brought to you by EntertainmentEarth.com. Use the code FTCollect. Save yourself an additional 10% off any in-stock items. All right, so I guess in honor of Hulk Hogan, the Elite Figure of the Week this week is the Elite Series 91 Hulk Hogan. This is a pretty good representation of pretty much Hogan from that era. I believe this lines up with shit. I just dropped the sunglasses. Damn it. Damn sunglasses. Burned my chair. So this is supposed to line up with Shawn Michaels from SummerSlam. That was released about the same time this was the SummerSlam set. So I was actually there, SummerSlam 2003. This was the main event, Hogan and Michaels. Hogan pretty much no-sold just about everything.
And Shawn Michaels did the exact opposite.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty good figure. It was just something I had to pick up because, like I said, I was there. It's in Washington, D.C. Half the crowd was chanting, "Let's go Cena." The other half was chanting, "Let's go Jericho." I was the half of "Let's go Jericho." I think Batista took on JBL, if I remember correctly, and I was cheering for JBL. That was the same SummerSlam for the ladder match between Eddie and Ray, the custody of Dominic. So I was there for that too. It was awesome.
Chris had no idea. He showed up to see the greatest wrestler of all time, that he didn't wrestle yet.
Yep. Dirty Dom, baby. The GOAT. Yeah, I was there. It was awesome. Such a good time. Tickets were free. A friend of mine, he had two friends that two of their friends backed out of going. So they're like, hey, they literally called him that Thursday. And I was I off that weekend from work? No, I think I called out.
Yeah, you probably would say, I know, if I know you, you'll call out and don't give a shit.
I called out. Yeah. So he's like, so they called him like, hey, if you can find someone else, then come down here. Like, we've already got the hotel booked and everything. We got the tickets. Like, if you can make the trip down here, you don't have to pay for anything. Aside from like food and stuff. It's like, okay. So he calls me up. He's like, yo, Heat, you want to go to SummerSlam in DC? I was like, hell to the yeah. When? He's like, we got to leave tomorrow. I was like, okay. Called out of work every day that weekend.
Hopped on the Amtrak and was there.
And then my best friend's sister got married. I got invited to her wedding. Actually, no, I was off because I was supposed to go to her wedding.
Oh.
And, I ended up not going.
Called out.
So I went to SummerSlam instead. So she still doesn't let me live it down. She still brings it up. She's like, yeah, you went to wrestling instead of my wedding, ass. It's like, I'm sorry. It was Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels. Like, I'm going to say no. And it was free. I was like, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. She's like, me getting married was once in a lifetime. I was like,
you got divorced yet?
No, they're still married.
They're still married.
Yeah, so there we go. Elite 91 Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulkster. Wherever your soul ended up at.
Yeah.
All right. No holds barred, baby. No holds barred. All right. So we'll get into this. I was at GalaxyCon today, GalaxyCon Raleigh. Like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, my Ghostbusters cosplay group that I'm in has a table there. So I was there for a few hours tonight, hanging out. And this ties into No Holds Barred, the movie. As we were leaving, one of the guys in my group went up to customer service. So, I said, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Walked away. Not even a minute after I walked away, freaking Kurt Fuller walks up to him and starts asking him about some of the patches on his Ghostbusters uniform.
Wow.
And, if you don't know, Kurt Fuller was the one who found Zeus in No Holds Barred and was also in Ghostbusters 2 as the mayor's assistant.
Yeah. That's cool.
I was like, literally a minute. If I would have stayed 1 minute, like, I could have met him too. Motherfucker. and then it gets better. The same guy, we're sitting up there at the table. He's like, I'm going to grab some food. He's like, okay. So he goes to grab food. He comes back. He's like, hey. He's like, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. But I just saw I think he was one of the wrestlers that's here. I can't remember what his name is. He was he was in a tag team with his brother. He was like part of the NWO. Just drawing a blank on his name. I was like, was it Scott Steiner? He was like, maybe. I was like, had the white goatee with the black patch in the middle. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, Scott Steiner. He's like, oh. He's like, I just saw him sitting outside, going through his phone. I was like, the fuck. Like, damn, man. It's not cool.
Can't take that guy anywhere.
Yeah. Like, damn it. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. Got to meet some other Ghostbusters fans and some other people in general. So it was pretty fun. I'll be there again tomorrow, which is Saturday, for a little while. GalaxyCon's doing something new. It's called like Street Fest, and it's all like free admission stuff, so you don't have to actually have to ticket to the convention. But they're doing a free wrestling show 8 o'clock Saturday night that features the Hardys actually wrestling. If I remember correctly, they were advertising appearances like from Mick Foley and a couple other people. So I'm pretty psyched about that. They added the former Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly. She was there today. She'll be there tomorrow as well. Tyler Breeze, Dirty Dango, Trevor Lee, C.W. Anderson. Like majority of these guys are wrestling. Majority of them are wrestling tomorrow too. So I want to stick around for that because that should be a good time. Looking forward to it. And yeah, I finally got a chance to check out Sinners.
How do you like it?
It was freaking amazing. It really lived up to the hype. After I got to watch it, my wife's like, what'd you think? I was like, that has got to be one of the best vampire movies that I've seen in a long ass time. Like that is up there with freaking Lost Boys. So it's just very well done. Very well done.
Yeah, I liked it.
I just like how they tied all the the music into the story and everything. Then the end was really good too. They had a really good ending. It's a good movie. All right, we got here.
You saw the trailers for that movie? I think it's like Weapons or something like that.
I have not.
It looks like it'd be pretty good.
There's another one coming out too called Together. That's got Dave Franco and his actual real life wife in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's them not being able to be separated from each other, and it looks like they eventually get merged into one body type thing. It looks incredibly freaky and weird, and it's gotten a lot of good reviews on it so far too.
Yeah,
definitely have to check that out.
and that's somebody said something too about there's a movie called Clown in the Cornfield.
I've seen trailers for that. That actually looks really good. Do want to see that. Looking forward. Something else I was looking for, but I don't know where it's at right now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. That's a pretty good time. So that's all I had for No Holds Barred.
NFL training camp started this week, so getting ready to get back in the football season here pretty soon.
Woohoo!
Exciting.
Foosball's the devil. The devil.
Yep. So about one time a year, we got football and wrestling.
Nice. Always a good time.
Yeah.
That's weird. Trying to find other stuff here. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con was this weekend too. Show off a whole bunch of new wrestling figures and a bunch of other new stuff. Well, that was pretty good. Fantastic Four opened today. Oh, this was freaking hilarious. I saw this the other day. It was the cup that they're giving that you can buy for the Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it. There it is.
I seen where Wendy's is supposed to be doing like a Wednesday meal, where it's like a unhappy meal or some shit like that.
All right, so here's the cup. They definitely did not think that one through at all.
Like, why they got Burt Reynolds on the cup?
Oh man. So
It puts me in mind of those what's those like little juices like little kids used to want to get all the time.
oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about? Those like little
yeah.
characters' heads on them. But then they're like, "Oh, let's put a straw in it," and it's like, yeah, the placement of the straw is not in the right spot there.
So you too can suck off, Mr. Fantastic.
What's probably crazy is they probably end up pulling them, and then they either be worth money because people get them.
It just cracked me up. I saw that. I was like, wow. Like somebody got fired for approving that design.
Yeah. Great.
Like, it wasn't even intentional. It's not like the Deadpool and Wolverine bucket. It was designed intentionally to look like that, but oh, it was funny.
Whatever they put in the water to make the frogs gay, that's probably definitely what's going in that cup.
Oh, man, awesome. Oh, good stuff. All right. So I don't have anything else. That's all I have.
I'm good.
Tonight, so. But we'll be back with you guys next week to talk some more wrestling, all that fun stuff. Get caught up, and I'll give you a recap of the rest of my weekend at GalaxyCon. So
yeah, maybe you'll run into somebody.
maybe doubtful. Somebody I actually pay to meet. I'm gonna take the podcast luchador mask with me that's signed by Danhausen. Try to get that signed tomorrow before I report for Ghostbusters table duty. Try to at least get Gigi Dolan's signature on there. You see what Breezango was charging for theirs, and maybe Trevor Lee. So we'll see. That should be a good time. That freaking APA there, Bradshaw and Farouk, Hardy's, Dick Foley, Lawler, a whole bunch of people, and a very thin wallet for me. Oh man, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for us. So we appreciate you guys checking us out as always. Make sure you follow us on all our social media. Everything's Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Like and subscribe to the Facebook, YouTube channels, all that fun stuff. And we'll chat with you guys next week. On behalf of myself, Chris Heat Matthews, and the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland. This was episode 293. 293. We're coming close to 300.
All right.
2 more weeks. 7 more weeks. Awesome stuff. All right. Later, Marks.
Later.